You've tuned in to the Top 10 Gardener with garden expert Ken Lain. Join him daily as he answers timely garden questions that are sure to make a difference in your gardens. Now, welcome your host, Ken Lain.
So I had mentioned it is time to plant your vegetable garden, your herbs, your flowers, whether it's perennial or annuals. So they come back year after year. Perennial and permanent both start with P. Or annuals, they live annually and then they're gone. They might recede, but basically they're showstoppers for the season long. But by November, they're pretty much done. So they get frozen out. And so they're annuals. It is time to plant both. I thought I'd mention, how do you get the most out of your flowers? And there are some secrets. It comes down to food. For plants to produce that much growth and that many flower buds, and then to show off and be in color for that long, it takes a tremendous amount of energy to pull that off. If you're not fertilizing your plants regularly, they just kind of run out of steam. It looks like they're just anemic, or they're just not doing well. They were blooming so well early in the season, and then they stopped, and the flowers got smaller. There were less of them. There's a new flower we came in. We're going to start promoting this for Mother's Day. It's called sunbelievable sunflowers. It's a new variety of sunflower. It's a sterile variety, so it doesn't put seed. And because it self-prunes, so it blooms like a sunflower, about the size of not way bigger than a silver dollar, but not as big as your hand. It's a pretty plant. It doesn't get head high. It gets up about knee high, about 3 by 3 by 3, or 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet, kind of like that, ball shaped. And just nonstop. It's saying sunbelievable. It's supposed to put 1 million flowers on. I don't know about 1 million, but definitely thousands of flowers on this year. It's an annual variety of sunflower. So for me, I grew it last year for the first time. It was a new introduction. This year we got enough to actually have it as a Mother's Day. They're just so pretty. And they're nonstop riotous, like sunflower. I mean, just something about sunflowers and summer and sunshine and health and fresh air just goes together. It's just a really pretty plant. I noticed my butterflies love this sunbelievable sunflower. Here's what I did. I planted mine in a container because I wanted it up where I could just enjoy it better. It's made to be, it's so pretty, you want to be around it all the time. So my back patio is where we like to hang out, especially during the season. So we planted it there in a container, not a big one. Maybe it was, I don't know, 12, 14 inches wide, about deep. Watered it, I don't know, every other day or so, and I kept it healthy. Here was the secret. So I like to deadhead flowers. That's my thing. It's therapy for me. I like to go and pinch off the spent flowers. I give it some love. I talk to it. I shape it, give it a little haircut so she looks pretty. She just feels better about herself. And then she just puts on a whole nother set of flowers. And so deadheading is kind of my thing. It makes me happy, and it makes my plants even happier. So I like to deadhead my flowers. And the sunflowers especially respond to that. And then here's the insider tip. I fertilized my flowering plants, but especially that plant last year. I really focused on the sunbelievable sunflowers. I gave it some flower power. It's a water soluble. It's one scoop of fertilizer in a gallon of water. I have my little green watering can out there. It's a 2-gallon watering can. So 2 scoops, put some water in it, and I go and water my flowering plants. And that thing just bloomed. I could not believe I've never seen a sunflower put that many flowers on. It truly does live up to the hype, which is, kind of skeptical sometimes, but it really did. And so we went all in this year going, okay, that's Ken's favorite plant this year. We're going to have it for Mother's Day. It's going to be a promotion. We got several hundreds just sitting there. And so you'll see Facebook, Instagram. There's going to be a reel on it. It's going to be in the article. It's going to be everywhere. And so trying to promote it, because it's just one of my favorite, just easy, sun-loving, takes the wind, attracts butterflies. It has everything you want. Typically, sunflowers don't attract a bunch of wild animals. So it should be relatively rabbit and javelina free too. Anyway, unbelievable. Using flower power makes it bloom all season long. That's it for Ken and Lisa. We are here throughout the week. We love talking to fans of the show. Look, If your mom, wife, or mother-to-be enjoys dead, cut flowers and the peace that comes when dining with all those kids, then by all means, take her to your favorite buffet, rather than some piece of plastic.
But if she really loves her garden, a gift card from Waters makes perfect sense. In reality, you're giving her 90 minutes of peace and quiet while she shops for her own flowers.
Waters Garden Center, 1815 Iron Springs Road in Prescott, the place where people who love their gardening moms love to shop.
If you want a more fruitful garden, increased success in landscape that just feels better, then tune in daily to the Top 10 Garden Podcast. Years of tips, tricks, and garden shortcuts are guaranteed to make your gardens nicer than ever. Listen to this podcast or read Ken's weekly garden column by visiting watersgardencenter.com. That's Waters with 2 T's, gardencenter.com. Thanks for tuning in.